Tonight we're going to be discussing how we can take action in making our own footprint. We recently went out into the field to meet with Zach Ibrahim and Sharon Matson to share with us their story on how they were making a change in their own lives, and here's what they had to say. We're here today with Zach Ibrahim and Sharon Matson to talk about their story, and the focus is making your own footprint. So welcome, Zach.
Thank you very much.
And welcome, Sharon.
Thank you.
Good. So Zach, you have a very interesting story. I was reading the paper recently and saw that they did a highlight of you and your story. So why don't you share with our viewers what your story is?
Sure. Well, in 1990, when I was 7 years old, my father assassinated Rabbi Meir Kahana. He was head of the Jewish Defense League, which at the time was described as the largest terrorist organization operating inside the United States at the time. So from a very young age, I was kind of thrust into this very politically charged environment. And so being raised with such an extremist ideology, once I was older and I had allowed myself to enter the world a bit more and interact, I realized that a lot of things that I was taught were in fact nonsense. And from there I came to the realization that the only way to really judge someone is to look at their character and not base it on things like religion or race or sexual orientation.
So we're here with John Lahutsky.
Hi, Dr. Williams.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much.
Well, my understanding from an article I read in the Philadelphia Inquirer was that you wrote a book about your story.
Yes, I did.
And making a footprint for yourself.
Yes, I did.
So this book came out in October of 2009, and it's titled A Boy from Baby House Number 10.
Yes.
So tell us a little about what the story is about and what your story is about.
I was born in 1990 in Russia, in Moscow, Russia.
Wow.
And I was born premature at 24 weeks.
Wow.
2 pounds and 12 inches long. And then I was abandoned at 18 months, and I would spend 9 years in an orphanage.
Wow.
And between there, I spent 6 months in a mental asylum.
Wow. Welcome back to the Navigating Your Life show. We have with us now two entrepreneurs who are going to talk to us about how they have made their own footprint. So we have Dr. Yuri Stayskull, and we have Charlie Serati.
Thanks for having us.
So, Yidi, we're going to start with you first. I understand your company's name is Cetra Language Solutions, and what does your company do?
Our company provides language services, that is translation, interpretation services, anything that involves foreign languages to the federal government and to businesses in the area.
And what made you decide to do that?
Well, it's a long story. I'll try to make it short. I have worked as a translator myself for a long time after coming to the United States to support myself and my studies. And when they got an enormous job from a local law firm that just couldn't handle myself, so I incorporated the next day, hired a lot of people, and got going.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Wow. And Charlie's only been with us a couple of minutes, but he has replaced our light bulbs and our batteries and everything else around here. So Charlie, tell us about your company and what you do.
Absolutely. We're a national energy reduction company, and in a time when the focus has now shifted towards conservation, not just from the environmental standpoint, but from the cost and operational saving standpoint, we found in my 2-decade career, the popularity has increased. And when you can have a conversation with a CFO about saving 50 to 80% on the electricity through smart, intelligent LED lighting, and you can simultaneously have a conversation with a director of sustainability about removing millions of pounds of CO2 because we're not burning the coal, you're making friends inside some major corporations.
Sure.
And we go on to look at all the other tactical ways that businesses can save money and the environment. Green and Save is about both. We look as detectives to find the way to save businesses dollars first, and then start a multi-year conversation about how to keep advancing that cause.